Hello children, hope you are doing well. In this video, we are going to talk about the lesson titled The Magic Garden, which is a part of Unit 1 in your Marigold textbook 3. This chapter, The Magic Garden, is an adaptation from The Fairy Garden by Margaret H. Bolton. It attempts to recapture the wonderful feeling of being in the lap of nature, surrounded by mesmerizing and serene natural beauty. The fictional presence of fairies adds an element of charm and mystery to the story. Above all, it helps us appreciate the beauty of nature and the innocence of children, and in a way calls us to preserve our environment. I am now going to read aloud the story for you, followed by a quick summary and a glance through some new words, which will help enhance your vocabulary. The Magic Garden. The magic garden was in a school playground. It was very pretty. Sunflowers and roses stood high against the wall. There were also marigolds, poppies, and pansies. The sunshine fell on this garden more than on any other, and the flowers danced and sang happily. They said to one another, "We have hundreds of little gardeners." They were the children from the school. One sunny morning, the flowers were talking to the birds. "I love all the children, but I love the dear little ones most of all," said a poppy. "I like them to bring their watering cans and water my thirsty roots." "Yes," said the marigolds. "The boys are good to us too. They dig the ground so well." "We love the little children," said a tiny bird. "They are kind and they bring bread for us." All the flowers said, "We must work hard to make our dresses very pretty, for the children will be here soon." The sun said, "I will help you also, for nothing pleases me better than to see the children running about in the golden sunshine." Suddenly, the children came out laughing and singing, and the flowers stopped their songs to listen to them. "Oh, look at the tall sunflower," said one child, and the sunflower lifted its head very proudly. Another child said, "I love the marigold in its golden dress." The marigold smiled happily. It was indeed a magic garden, because it had fairies too. They danced and sang sweet songs, which only the children could hear. After a time, the fairies came out dancing and talked with the children. Their dresses were made of flowers and their wings of sunshine. The magic garden was quiet that night. The flowers and birds were asleep and dreaming of the next day when the children would come again. Did you like the story? Let's quickly summarize it. This story talks about a magical garden that was located in a school playground. There were beautiful flowers like sunflowers, roses, marigolds, poppies, and pansies all around the garden. The garden was frequently visited by young children, also referred to as little gardeners in the story. The flowers danced and sang happily in the presence of the little gardeners and enjoyed being watered by them. Even the birds loved having the children around as they brought bread for them. The sun was happy as well to see the children running in the golden sunshine. And above all, this magic garden had fairies too. The fairies danced and sang sweet songs. And do you know what? Only the children could hear them sing. The fairies' dresses were made of flowers and their wings were made of sunshine. Each day, the flowers and the birds in the magic garden eagerly awaited for the children to come and play in the garden. So, children, this was a summary of the story, The Magic Garden. Now, let's look at some new words that we came across this chapter to add to your vocabulary and understand their meaning. So the first one is magic, which means the use of special powers to make impossible things happen. Gardener, which means a person who looks after a garden. Number three, sunshine, which means the light and heat that come from the sun. Dreaming, which means the things we seem to see and hear when we are asleep. Golden, which means shining like gold. This brings us to the conclusion of the lesson, The Magic Garden. I hope you enjoyed it and were able to appreciate and understand the theme of the story, which is about appreciating our nature and preserving the environment. Thank you.